Hello guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from Breaking Chart Alerts. So guys, first thing I want to go over this morning is some earnings reports that came out from BABA. I posted in the trade room for you guys. Let me get this up here. Here is shares of Alibaba fell 0.1% in pre-market hours trading here after the company reported Q4 results. Earnings per share rose 21.54% year over year to 1.58, which missed the estimate of 1.78. Revenue of 28 billion, higher by 77% year over year, which beat the estimate of 28. So they have the conference call going on now. Actually, if you guys wanted to watch it, you guys could go to alibabagroup.com and go down to their earnings. And we're going to take a look at that here in the pre-market. That was moving quite a bit here. Take a look at that. Amazon also looked like it flatlined over the past 3 days here, so we're going to keep an eye on that.
Ford says, CEO says company redesigning components to work with semiconductor chips that are more accessible and looking into direct contracts with some chip foundries. That's letter F, Ford, comment from the CEO.
So BABA had a little spike there, pulling back a bit. We're going to keep an eye on BABA because that's something. Today's Thursday. We got to absolutely look for some day trades here. Let me lower Charlie a little bit here. A little overpowering. Alrighty, so we'll look at BABA, look for a day trade here. Obviously, you guys heard the news about the unemployment numbers. Unemployment numbers were out, and let me share that with you guys here as well. Not sure if you guys watch our app, but let me get that up here. Unemployment numbers for May 7th, 553,000 versus 490,000 expected. Continue claims 3.66 million versus 3.65 million expected. So, a miss on the weekly unemployment numbers. Continued claims are a little bit higher than expected as well here. So we'll see what the market does. Let's take a look at the Diamond, Qs, and SPY. We got the Dow climbing off that 50-day here. We had a big pullback this morning. Unemployment numbers came out. We got a little bit of a rebound. Still not out of the woods yet, so we're going to be watching this today. I want to see if we're going to hold that 50 on the Diamond ETF here. And then let's take a look at SPY. SPY's doing the same thing as the Diamond ETF. Came down to that 50. Right now, it's holding it as of right now. I mean, she came down to about 402 in the pre-market hours here. So we're going to take a look. I expect volatility to remain. Let's take a look at tech sector Qs. Qs getting a little climb here from yesterday's lows. Here we go. It's 9:30, guys. Good luck here today. We got a big pop on Amazon happening right now, up about $43 on Amazon. Continuing to climb there. Let's see. Up about 42 points for the day. Let's see. ExxonMobil. I had a few questions about ExxonMobil. That's still holding that 20 here. It's only about $1.13, $1.12 away from, that 60 support we were talking about here. They have the Colonial Pipeline that's reopening now, so we'll keep an eye on ExxonMobil. Let's take a look at Chevron, BP. Let's take a look at the market movers. Amazon now up 52 points here for the day, getting a big climb above 3,200. Let's go down the watch list here, 3-month daily. We're going to go down the watch list, see what's happening. Here's 3-month daily. Baidu still not crossing above that 10. Facebook held that 300 pretty well here. I'm not going to be doing anything with Facebook unless we break above that 20. Bob is still pulling back, retracing after their earnings announcement. Google holding that 2200, that 50-day simple moving average. Disney's got earnings after the bell today. Remember that. Let's take a look at the earnings calendar here. We got earnings on, let's see if I can make this a little bigger for you guys. We got earnings on Disney, ACB, Blink Charging, Airbnb, and DoorDash after the bell today. So quite a bit of earnings today after the bell. We'll keep an eye on that after the bell today. See how they do. I have the upgrades, downgrades, and initiations we're going to be looking at here. ExxonMobil 5905, still climbing, 5907. Here's the upgrades for the day here, guys. Let's see if we find anything interesting here we could take a look at. We got Funko. That was upgraded the other day as well. If you guys remember, we were going over that. Funko is upgraded from $12 to $30. That is a big move on Funko. Underperformed to buy. FNKO.
DOX, U.S. Department
Let's
of Health and Human
see.
Services selects box for
BJ's
cloud
Wholesale Club.
DOX.
I just joined that. Actually, a really great
BRT,
store.
Tango.
Upgraded from 40 to 51.
Offering of common stock, that's BRT.
Neutral to overweight.
EPG invests $13 million to expand capacity and enhance.
Let's see, Lowe's here. Lowe's was upgraded to outperform. LOW. 235 target on Lowe's. And that was a perform to outperform. I like that. I like the looks of that one there. Array Technologies, that one also was on a recent upgrade this week as well. All right, so we got those two major ones, BJ's and Lowe's on the upgrades. Those are ones we're going to take a look at for a possible swing trade. Okay, so we went over the upgrades. Let's take a look at the downgrades here, see if we see anything interesting that catches our eye we could look for a swing trade on. Let's see here. Kinder Morgan. John Deere was downgraded from an outperform to market perform, 400 target. Put that down. Here's the outperform upgrades. And then the downgrades. We'll look at DE chart again. I know we went over that the other day. $400 price target and outperform to market perform. All right, let's take a look. What else do we have there? Ameren, that was from yesterday. All right, so we got a couple off the upgrades, downgrades. Now let's look at the initiations. So these are obviously when they first get initiation from an analyst here, and they give their price target and their rating. So let's see if there's anything good here. Microsoft. Rosenblatt, 301 target on Microsoft. These are new initiations. So I put that on my notebook here, initiations, Microsoft. And that was from Rosenblatt.
There's a Churchill Capital getting a pop here.
301 target.
That's Charlie India Victor seeing those January 2020.
Buy rating.
$60 calls now.
All right, there's Microsoft. Let's see, L3 Harris Technologies. That's one of the largest flight schools in Florida here. They actually have locations all over the globe. So we'll look at LHX. With air travel coming up, more people are going to be taking flight lessons and whatnot. That's probably why they did that initiation and that upgrade to equal weight. 225 target. All right, let's see what else we got here. Lockheed Martin, LMT. Equal weight, 384 target. And who was that by? That's by Wells Fargo. I like putting down the analyst firm here, because that way you could look back and see which analysts are, giving some good information here. Raytheon Technologies, RTX. We're seeing a lot of defensive stocks here. And Boeing, BA. Okay, Raytheon, 87 target. And that's by Wells Fargo. And that is a equal weight. Boeing, let's see here, 244 target. And we have an equal weight. All right, so now let's take a look here. Schlumberger actually upgraded to buy with 38. We've been watching Schlumberger, so I'm going to put that down here as well. SLB, 38 target. That's by Goldman Sachs. And we have a buy rating. All right, let's go over these now, see if we can find any good setups here. ExxonMobil, 59.41 there, doctor. That's what you got to be patient and disciplined for there. Nice climb on ExxonMobil, climbing right back up to that 60 bucks. All right, let's take a look now. Now we're going to go over the top upgrades here. Let's take a look at Funko first. That one's the first one, FNKO. So if we look at Funko, that's actually getting a nice climb off that 20, starting to climb nicely again, 23.40. It's up 10% off that upgrade there. So they gave Funko the upgrade to, what was it? I don't think I wrote that one down there because I wasn't planning on trading it. Funko, $30 a share here. Let me put that on. 30 a share, and that's a buy rating. And that's by Bank of America Securities. So that's not too bad there. That definitely has room to run. But like I said, I've been watching this stock. One of my handyman's kids trades that. They came into my office the one day and they said, "What should I trade?" I said, "Well, what's something you like?" And he says, "I collect these Funkos." And he ended up buying the stock, like literally, he bought it a few years ago actually. I know he got it around $7 or $8. So I don't know if it was in 2018 or if it was just in 2020 there. I think it was 2018. But that looks like that's going to have a double top right around $30. It was upgraded to a buy rating with the $30 target. So we got a double top going back to, around September of 2018 there. So we'll keep an eye on that. Short-term resistance, 25. If it breaks 25, you could definitely be looking for that 30. Let's take a look at BJ's. BJ. Okay, here's BJ's. This one was upgraded to $51 a share. Stock's currently at $45.78. It was upgraded from neutral to overweight. Not doing too much there, but decent chart. If we zoom out a little bit more here, you guys could see it's got some major resistance right around that $47 to $48 area. So, wouldn't do anything with BJ's yet. Let's take a look at Lowe's. That's one we have on our notepad here. That's got an upgraded 235. It's only at about 200 right now. Pulled back a bit from the past few days after that market selling pressure came in. So this is going to be one I definitely want to take a look at. So Lowe's, I'm going to put here an asterisk and 235 target. I'd probably look for something out maybe about 3 months. 3 months or plus till Expo. So I put that right next to Lowe's here on my notepad. We'll look at the option chain for that, see what we have going out for about 3 months out till Expo, see if we could find a good setup on that. All right, let's take a look at the downgrades. John Deere, DE. Let's see how that chart looks. To me, it looks like it's holding that support area right at around that 367, 366 area. It's holding that 50-day simple moving average. It was just downgraded from outperform to market perform. If we zoom out a little bit, it had a big run since, since June of last year when it was about $129, nearing $400 a share right now. So, if they're expecting a short-term pullback here, you can look at something, maybe a 2 months out till Expo and target, that 347, 348 area. And then if it really pulls back, 300 is going to be that base support there. But I want to go with the John Deere put, not in this economy. All right, initiations. Let's take a look at Microsoft here, MSFT. Microsoft climbing. That had a $301 price target here from Rosenblatt. Buy rating. So we could take a look at that. We don't have any of our indicators showing us a buy signal yet. The MACD is still showing some downward momentum there. It did hold support at 240 a share though, so that's something you got to keep an eye on. Microsoft held support at 240. Right now the markets are choppy, so I'm waiting for a consistent move here in the market and for some of these fears to die down a little bit before we start getting into some longs again here. But nice setup on Microsoft. I'll put an asterisk next to that one. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's take a look at LHX. That's that L3 Harris, LHX. All right, so that held that 210 area. It's at 212.13 right now. That had an upgrade, a buy rating of 225. Too close to where the stock's at. It's been trading pretty choppy. Not interested in that one. Let's take a look at Lockheed Martin. That was a new initiation today by Wells Fargo. Upgraded to 389. So it's already almost at 389. So that analyst could go find a new job. RTX. Let's see here. RTX, Raytheon Technologies. Nice hold on that 8250 support. Right down to that 20-day simple moving average. The MACD's already crossed. It's got a red bar below the zero line here. So, I'd wait for another green candle confirmation off that 20-day. And then you could be looking at that 87 target for a short term, maybe a week or 2 weeks out expo for Raytheon. Let's take a look at Boeing. That had initiation today by Wells Fargo as well. Boeing, 244 target there. So, that's going to take you right up to that resistance around 250. So, nothing I want to trade just yet. ExxonMobil's still climbing there. Let's take a look. Schlumberger, SLB. Schlumberger's looking good here. That's got another breakout. That was upgraded by Goldman Sachs to $38 a share. And if we take a look out and zoom out a little bit here, that definitely has some room to run. I think that $40 target is within reach for that August expiration. So if you're looking at Schlumberger, I definitely, guys, ExxonMobil's getting a big climb here, nearing $60 once again. So Schlumberger, that's one that you could look for the December expo and look for that $40 price target.
Computer chips earlier, the CEO saying that they're looking at directly contacting semiconductor manufacturers for chip supply. That's letter F.
Jerry, did you get a John Deere trade? Definitely DE is infrastructure play there. Absolutely. I don't know why that was downgraded. That analyst obviously has some issues. Let's look at ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil near the highs of the day here. I like the look of that candle here. Nice candle there. Continuing to climb here. It's been doing nothing but climbing since this morning. Like that setup there. That Schlumberger really looks like a good long-term play, maybe going out to that December Expo. I think we'll see ExxonMobil in the green by the end of today. Delta Airlines got a nice climb here today as well. Look at Delta Airlines, guys, up about 2% on Delta Airlines, continuing to climb. Google just got a contract with Elon Musk and Starlink for their iCloud storage. Let's see. Let's go down here on the 3-month daily and see what we could find on a daily chart. We'll start at the top. Amazon pulling back from the highs opening this morning. 3-month daily chart. Baidu, same thing, pulling back from the highs this morning. Dow's up around 294 points, 295 points. Nasdaq's up 118, and S&P's up about 35 points.
Company filing for a patent application, stents assembly and methods for treatment via body lumens. That's November Sandy Papa Romeo, NSPR.
Tyler, you're a rancher as well. I didn't know that. Disney wants to hold that 180. Remember, Disney's got earnings after the bell today. Wow, 125 cows you got? ExxonMobil still climbing here, guys. ExxonMobil's almost green for the day. 59.80. Wow, that's a lot of cows. Let me know if you want to get some Wagyu. I'd invest in it, for sure. I've been on a Wagyu kick. Wow, Tyler, that's amazing. We should get together and talk one of these days. JP Morgan Chase, look at that. Another nice breakout on JP Morgan Chase. I think cattle, chicken, you know, that's the way to go if you're a rancher. I mean, with these inflation prices now. I was thinking about getting Sophia an incubator and a little chicken coop here, but some people persuaded me against doing that. Bank of America climbing off that 1041.47. I like the financials here, guys. Financials are still really strong here. Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Delta Airlines climbing, United Airlines, Southwest. Tesla's having another sharp pullback here. I really think Tesla's going to continue that downward spiral here. You know, there's just so much competition. Let's see there. Ford looking at creating a buffer stock of computer chips. B. Riley Securities maintains buy on Lumentum Holdings, lowers price target to 111. There you go. Ugrow. Ergen Grow CEO highlights one of the new segments company targeting is crop agnostic. AIG's climbing off that 50 support there nicely. I like AIG. Jerry said she's up 10% on the John Deere calls that she got for January Expo. When did you pick those up? Today, this morning, or did you get those the other day? Caterpillar's climbing nicely here, guys. Up about 0.9%. She got those at the opening bell. Let's see. Sergi says he's up 265 bucks on AMC calls. Idris, give me the ticker symbol for that one, and I'll take a look at it for you. Let's see. Let's continue going on this list here. Visa. Not looking too hot on Visa. Intel pulled back further down to that 53.93. That one's got to be climbing soon here. Once that one starts to climb, I definitely want to look at that one. Facebook, it's holding that 300, still near the lows of the day here. Google, 22.10. Amazon, only up about 12 bucks now. It was up almost $50 on the open. Energy still climbing here. Bob is still pulling back from their earnings that they had this morning, which was a miss. Twitter, I think Twitter's dead now that Trump supporters are off the platform. Not one that I'm interested in. Microsoft, that's going to be one I keep an eye on. Salesforce here, not doing too much yet. Goldman Sachs wants to get a climb there, up about 0.42%. Skyjack said FedEx. Let's take a look at FedEx here. Verizon's getting a nice climb off that 58. Square, Schlumberger. Schlumberger's looking good.
GOOS, Canada Goose Holdings, executive says regarding Q1 commerce growth currently around, e-commerce growth currently around 54%.
Alrighty, let's take a look at FedEx. I wanted to take a look at Lowe's. I have that one here. Lowe's was a good looking chart there. FedEx is looking great there. Nice climb on FedEx. Skyjack, do you have a trade open on FedEx? Let's see. Caterpillar's looking pretty good. NBEV, AbbVie. AbbVie's still climbing. Tilray's not doing much. New Age Beverage. Consolidation. It looks like it wants to start that cross. The MACD already had the cross. You already got the green bars above the zero line on the moving average convergence divergence histogram here. So now you're just waiting for that 10-20 cross. If that crosses, you could be looking for a swing trade up to $3 to that resistance area. Micron not doing too much there. Johnson & Johnson's getting a nice climb off that 10 after we saw some profit taking the past couple of days. Texas Instruments.
KODK, Kodak, Eastman Kodak, December, $5 put sweep near the bid.
Chevron's almost green here for the day as well.
Kodak.
Chevron climbing. I think we'll see that ExxonMobil in the green there as well. It's only down about 30 cents now for the day. Bank of America, BRZU. This is a Brazilian ETF. Petrobras. Now, Petrobras had a nice breakout. Remember when we were talking about trading this, as soon as it had that 10-20 cross, we got something for the June Expo? During this whole consolidation, you know, all I heard was emotions in the trade room. Now, if you held on to that PBR trade that we had for that June Expo, you know, you'd have some massive gains on it. We ended up closing that on for a very small gain. But, you know, that's something I should have held. Something I should have held. That's why never let emotions get to you, especially in the trade room.
MTR, Mesa Trust, Royalty.
There's a reason behind those longer-term expos. Let's see, Embraer's getting a nice little climb there. Jerry said her husband's retiring this year. Congratulations. What's he retiring from? The farm? A buddy of mine's dad did custom harvesting with wheat and cotton and made a fortune in the 90s. Really? Made a fortune with wheat and cotton. I can't even get my tomato plants to survive for a week. E-Trade is being really slow, Josh. I'm looking at the website on my other screen over here, and it's not updating that quick. E-Trade Pro seems okay so far, but it lags a little bit. Let's see. BRFS pulling back a bit. This is one that we were talking about, buying some shares and selling some covered calls for the long term here. You know, this has some calls that you could be buying against it, or selling some covered calls against those shares, I should say. And this is one of the largest food producers in the world here, on every continent in the world. There goes ExxonMobil, guys. ExxonMobil broke $60. ExxonMobil is now green for the day there. I told you not to worry about that one, Joseph. Let's see there. Ephraim just posted the heat map there in the trade room for you guys. You guys could take a look at this. Here's what's going on today. Technology, you just really got Microsoft making that move this morning. Semiconductors, TSM, Qualcomm, NVIDIA. We could take a look at a few of these. We could put them on our watch list here. Let's take a look at TSM. So these are new ones I'm going to put on the watch list after seeing them on the heat map here. We'll just take a look, see if we see any setups. That's the semiconductors. Now remember, when you're looking at the semiconductors, you know, you don't want, there's so many people that say, okay, let me get TSM, let me get NVIDIA, Avgo, Qualcomm, Texas Instruments, you know, Micron. They want to jump into all of them. You can't be in the same sector there. You know, look at, you know, diversifying. Maybe one from semiconductor, maybe one from software applications, information, you know, just look around. Don't get all one in one sector, because then if that sector pulls back, you know, you're going to be hurting there. Let's see. Google, let's see what other. ASML, we'll take a look at that one. ASML. Anything else that looks good? UPS and FedEx are looking great. UPS, FedEx. There was a little bit of profit taking in the markets the past few days, obviously, with the fears of everything going on. ExxonMobil's in the green there. Now, you see what I mean about that. ExxonMobil having a nice breakout here. We have the May 21st Exxon, we have the May 21st, or no, I'm sorry, we have the June 18th expiration on ExxonMobil. So we got over a month there. So all that, you know, chatter about this morning with ExxonMobil when it was at the lows, you're not worried about the lows. You're worried about where that stock's ending at the end of the day here. And we got a nice climb going on ExxonMobil, 60.09 a share. Nice climb from the lows there.
737 MAX planes in about 3 weeks. That's LUV and BA.
LUV and BA. Let's see what BA's doing on that news there. Boeing 227. Up about 3% for the day on Boeing. That's not too bad. XL's getting a big climb there. Good morning, Victor. Idris says NOC. I could take a look at NOC for you. Not looking too bad. That's a nice climb.
$23 call sweep now. Bravo Oscar X-ray.
You got some double, triple tops here. Actually, got a triple top from, you know, September 2019, January 2020, and then, you know, from May 11th. So that's what I'd be looking for. If it were me, Idris, I'd be looking for a climb above 384, 385. If it broke 385, I'd target $400 for a quick trade there. That's what I'd be looking for as far as that's concerned. But a nice breakout from the lows here. Now with our trade plan, you know, Idris, this is what you're looking for here. You're looking for that consolidation. Here's that consolidation. You had that breakout momentum. Here was the SMAs converging. Here was that MACD that crossed. You got the green bars above the zero line on the histogram. and then you started holding that 10 the entire breakout here. You know, and then when you broke below that 10 out of that trade, you have that confirmed bounce off that 20. You could be jumping in. It broke that resistance from right here. So when it broke that resistance, that would be your new entry point, and now you're continuing to climb and break out further here. But remember that triple top that we just looked at when we zoomed out. But if you're looking at a short-term trade there, when you were looking at that consolidation, I mean, look at what it did there for literally December, actually from November all the way to March, middle of March. You know, December, January, February, March, for 4 months that thing just consolidated. If you made trades within here, that was a losing trade. That's why we have that trade plan. You had that crossover, you broke resistance. Here's that candle breaking above that resistance. That would be a confirmed entry there since you were still in consolidation for a while. You broke that resistance of consolidation. You have that breakout momentum confirmed with the 1020 cross, the MACD cross, first candle above 1020 50-day simple moving average, and most importantly, that break above that resistance right here on NOC. So when it broke that, that was a nice setup right there. Let's see, Amazon starting to break out again. Shares up 31 points. ExxonMobil's looking great there. Yeah, Josh, I'm definitely seeing the issue now with E-Trade here. Definitely acting a little sluggish. ExxonMobil breaking out again. At the highs of the day on ExxonMobil. Stock's up 10 cents now for the day after being down $1. Nice breakout continuing. 60.14 here. You guys can't let that one especially ask yourself this on every single trade. Do you have 30 days or more until expiration? If you have more than 30 days and you're complaining about a stock fluctuating, if a stock went up every single day, you know, there'd be no need for investors, no need for trading. Everyone would be rich. That's why you got to follow the plan. Do you have more than 30 days out till Expo? Yes, we do. We have the June 18th Expo. Are we holding support? Yes, we are. Is there a catalyst to move this forward? Yes. Higher gas prices, inflation, rising demand, you know, conflict in the Middle East. All those things are going to cause gas prices to continue to climb. So you got to keep that in mind. If you let emotions get to you, you know, you're going to fail as a trader. There's no question about it. ExxonMobil at the highs of the day now, up almost 20 cents, 0.3% for the day here. Continuing that breakout, looking good there, 60.2. Amazon's climbing here from those lows today as well, from that little pullback this morning. Stock's up around 27 points. I mean, we had a big sell-off yesterday, so I still want to see a much larger climb in the market here. Guys, Embraer's up 4%. Look at the breakout on Embraer. Remember, I got 1,000 shares of Embraer. If you take a look, nice breakout there. Look at what it's been doing here on a daily chart. You can see it's been coming down to that 20, coming down to that 20, coming down to that 20. It tests that 20. And what's it do at that 20? It keeps that rise going, keeps that climb going, keeps that climb going, keeps climbing. Now you just came down to that 20 again. She's climbing. Now remember yesterday the breaking news that we heard on Embraer. Alaska Airlines just bought 17 jets from Embraer. 17 jets from Embraer from Alaska Airlines. So, you know, when you got that type of news coming in, you know, you got to take advantage of that. Let's take a look. BRZU up about 4%. Nice breakout on BRZU. This is a Brazilian ETF, 2x shares. Let's see, what else do we have moving here? NBEV up 4%. AMC's having a nice move, up over 13% on AMC, if you guys are watching AMC here. AMC's having a really nice breakout there. That might be seeing 15 bucks soon. The only thing that worries me about AMC is their debt. They have a large amount of debt. So if they're able to consolidate that debt and move forward here with the reopening, I think AMC would be a good long-term buy here. Because if we zoom out here, you know, pre-pandemic, you know, I mean, this is a $20 stock. You know, back in 2017, she's almost $40. So I think we've seen the lows for AMC. If they just consolidate their debt there, I think that's going to look great. Micron shares up about 2%, but if you look 2% compared to what it's done here, that's not much. So remember what we say when we're trading alongside the previous candle there. No trades yet. You want that confirmed breakout. So I wouldn't be going near Micron yet. AMD just turned green for the day after being down quite a bit this morning. It's consolidating a little bit here at around 75 bucks. You got that double bottom here from going back to March 5th, March 8th. It's holding that area pretty well around $73. If we zoom out a little bit further here, I mean, it's got some major support right there around 73 bucks. So that's nice how it's holding that $73 support area. We could definitely be keeping an eye on that for a possible trade. Booking shares are up 58 bucks here today. It held that 2200 support area like it's been holding. You know, I mean, I drew these probably about a year or two ago when we were looking at these other trades here. Yeah, going all the way back to 2018 when we were really actively trading it there. Nice breakout though, holding support there, continuing to climb. U.S. Steel is up about 5% here. Another nice climb on X. U.S. Steel shares up about $1.20, 4.55%, 27.56 a share. That should easily see 30 bucks. Let's take a look at the option chain there, see if we can find anything. Let's see, option chain. Let's take a look at X. July 16th Expo, the 28s are going for about $3.15. So you need to break above $30 on U.S. Steel. If something like that, I'd rather just do a spread. Buy to open, sell to open, and if you look at that vertical call spread here, and you're looking at that support at $26, I'd be looking at that July 16th. I'd be looking at that 25.26 vertical spread there. That's in the money. It's going for 53 cents to be worth $1. That's a max net gain of 1. Divide that by 0.53. That'd be an 89% gain there as long as it's above 26. And this is the nice thing about getting this in the money vertical spread. You know, it could drop by $1.49. You're still going to have that max gain on this. You know, this is a really nice setup. Midpoint now about 50 cents a contract there to be worth a max of $1. That's not a bad trade idea, and especially with the infrastructure plan that Biden's laying out here, could definitely see a nice climb on that.
Richmond Fed President Parkin says spending has recovered faster than jobs.
Recovery has happened faster than jobs.
Parkin says another supply challenge is likely to last into the summer.
U.S. Steel still climbing up about 5% there. I'm watching Boeing take off here a little bit more. Let's take a look at BA above.
Parkin says question of how to unclog the labor market is going to be.
They had a fix there for their issue there of their 737 MAX electrical issues. So that might continue to climb here. Let's take a look at Boeing down at the bottom here, see if there's any type of news. BA, Boeing. Let's take a look. So that was yesterday, Wednesday, that news came out at 10:59 a.m. about the electrical issue being solved there. So seeing a nice little climb there on Boeing today. We could possibly look at a swing trade on Boeing. Let's see what they're going for. Amazon shares up 35 bucks. Boeing, let's see here. We could look at that June or July Expo. I'd rather go with that July Expo, a little bit safer. At 230 strike call is really cheap here, guys. That's actually pretty darn cheap. Might be looking at buying. Let's see. Oh, Disney got right back above 80. Almost near an 81 Avilio. Boeing. Looking at a possible trade on Boeing here. If I pick up Boeing, it's going to be the 230 strike calls here. So it's going to cost around $1,355 a contract, but I think we could see $250 a share on Boeing. So that means they'd be worth about at least $2,000. So that'd be about a $650 gain if you bought it for $1,345, and she gets up to around $20 a contract. You're looking at, pretty decent sized gain there. $645 gain. $660 if she gets up to that $250. If she breaks above that $250 from now until July, obviously you're gonna have a much larger gain on that. But I really like that setup on Boeing. You could have an easy stop here at 234. 234 could be your stop, close to where it's at right now, and you could be targeting that 250 to possibly even 260 target profit area on Boeing if you wanted to jump in a trade. So that's what I'd be focusing in on, is the Boeing 230 strike call, going for about $13.65 for the July Expo. That's not too bad there. It's going to cost you $1,365. If she gets up to that 250 to 260, that's going to be worth anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. So if it gets up to that 260, obviously that's going to be worth about $3,000. If you're paying $1,370 a contract, that's a pretty decent gain there. A little bit more expensive on the expensive side here, but really nice setup on Boeing. And as you can see here, we got a lot of open interest volume coming in here. But you also have the same amount just about on the put side. So be cautious with Boeing. And especially with the higher gas prices. That's a big concern here with flying. Because if those prices go higher, that's only going to continue to cause some issues there.
A headline now, Colonial Pipeline paid hackers nearly $5 million in ransom.
That's insane. from a Bloomberg reporter there about that $5 million ransom.
NPR, Mason Royalty Trust, now open on the way down on the circuit breaker. Michael Tango Romeo.
Let's go back up to the top here. Facebook still climbing there. 307.06. ExxonMobil still holding above that $60 there. Delta's still on the climb. Shares up almost 2.5%, up over $1. Caterpillar's still climbing here too. I really wanted to jump into a trade on Caterpillar. I think that's going to be great going into the summer months, especially if Biden passes that infrastructure deal. I think we're going to see some major growth on Caterpillar. Amazon up about 29 points. Microsoft's having a nice breakout today. Microsoft shares are near the highs of the day. Thinking about making a trade on Microsoft here. Let's see what we could do at Microsoft. See if we could find a good setup here on Microsoft. Alrighty, let's see. Our FedEx trade's almost in the green for the December 310 strike. I like that setup. If you guys aren't in that, that's a really nice trade to enter. So here's the FedEx trade that we're currently in right now. Let's go over a couple of our trades here. Now, see, this is the beautiful thing about these longer-term expos. Like, we have one here for GE, General Electric. That's for the January 2023 expo. This FedEx trade, it's for the 310 strike call for December 17th. And you see, with those big market pullbacks, look at how much we're down. We're only down about 5 and 9% on those. And then today we had a big rebound on FedEx, up $7.75. GE's up $110. That's the beauty of going with these longer-term expos. You're not going to see as harsh of a pullback in your account if you have those longer-term expos. So when we're making these longer-term expos here, there's a reason why. We obviously have a big climb in the market, and you could expect a little bit of a retracement, and then you could buy on those dips. So, you know, we're only down 5% on the FedEx GE trade. One more day like today on FedEx and GE, you know, we're going to be in the green back on those trades. So I'm definitely going to be looking for a possible addition to our FedEx trade there.
Labor supply mostly an issue for firms paying lower wages. Those offering over $15 an hour having less trouble.
Let's see what Carnival Cruise Line's doing today. That one's having a little move here as well, from what I see. CCL, it's holding that 25 bucks, up about 2% for the day. Not doing too much there, though. Let's see what else we got moving. Let's take a look at Microsoft. I might do a trade on Microsoft now here. Microsoft up about 2.38%, up $5.61. ExxonMobil's having another big breakout here, guys. XOM. Another nice climb on ExxonMobil. Dow's up almost 500 points right now, having a nice rebound from yesterday's sell-off here. Take a look at the Diamond ETF, guys. Obviously, that's not right here for Diamond ETF. There we go. That just updated. Nice climb, side-by-side candles here. This is when you could expect that implied volatility to increase here. We're getting a nice climb from yesterday's lows. Dow's up around 500 points right now. Nasdaq's up 182 points. ExxonMobil's continuing to break higher here now, 60.18. Got a nice climb. Let's take a look at SPY. You know, there was a little bit of profit taking the past couple of days. And, you know, you could expect that when you have a big run up in the market there. And then we also had some of those fears that came in. That's what caused that market to pull back a bit here. If those fears are over now and we start to see a climb, should be good to go here for the summertime months again. But I like that candle. One more candle like that, and we're almost near the all-time highs again on SPY after yesterday's nasty sell-off. Qs. Let's take a look at Qs here. Qs. First candle above previous candle's body. Now, if we get a green candle tomorrow, that's obviously going to confirm a breakout off of support here around that 320 area on Qs. So we'll keep an eye on Qs in the tech sector here. ExxonMobil breaking above 60.20 a share. Continuing to break higher. Delta Airlines continuing to climb there. Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase up over 2% for the day there. Near new all-time highs on JPM. And if you guys remember, we got a JP Morgan trade. Let's take a look at JP Morgan. I remember a couple of people in the trade room got worried about JP Morgan yesterday after that big sell-off. It had 2-3 days of selling pressure, but look at our JP Morgan trade. Our JP Morgan trade is down 0.53%. We're up $612 on that for the day here. If I refresh that, it's probably going to be green now. She's continuing to break higher. Let's take a look there. Now it's only down about 0.2% for the day here on that JP Morgan trade. So really nice breakout here on JP Morgan after retracing back down to that 10-day simple moving average. We got a nice confirmed breakout now off that 10-day simple moving average. And shares of JP Morgan are still climbing and looking really good there. And if you take a look now, that JP Morgan trade is only down $2. Down $2 on JP Morgan as she's nearing 261 or 161 a share here. So that was a nice breakout on JP Morgan there, and I'm just expecting that to continue to climb here over the next few days as financials are leading the market here. So, you know, after that pullback, another one, June 17th, 165. That's June 17th, 2022. You guys understand that? That's 2022 Expo. We got a year and a month until expiration. So you see how that 3 days of selling pressure here, you know, it wasn't that bad on those longer term expos. That's why we're getting these longer term expos. It's really important because that implied volatility is not going to affect that option as much as if you have a shorter term expo. Theta is going to eat away at that premium, and also that volatility is going to eat away at that premium as well on those pullbacks there. So those longer term expos are going to be what saves you. You got to remember that. It's really important. Focus in on those longer term trades there. Doesn't mean you have to keep it until June 2022. We could sell that next month once we get a nice breakout on JP Morgan. If she nears 175, you know, I'll sell that stock right there, that option for the June 17, 2022 165 call. You know, we don't have to hold it till then, but like I said, having that longer term expo, it's going to reduce the volatility in your account, and it's going to reduce, you know, that those swings that you usually see with those shorter term expo. Now, if you had a shorter term expo here, you know, you're probably going to be down 70% on that option on that 3 days of pullback there. So there's a big difference with going with that short term versus those longer term expos. Keep that in mind, guys. Very important. Those are ones we should be adding to after this confirmed breakout here. Love that financial sector here. There goes JP Morgan again, 160.93, continuing to break higher. 160.104 now on JP Morgan. And now take a look at our JP Morgan trade, guys. It's now back in the green. Even after those 2 nasty days of selling pressure coming in, look at that. Back in the green on JP Morgan there. And that's what I mean now. We got an overall gain on the trade now. You know, and that's what I mean. Those 3 days of selling pressure, as long as you have those longer term expos there, like we have for the June 17, 2022 expo, you're fine. Some people, you know, they want to jump in and do a weekly trade when we're getting that longer term trade. That's a totally different trade. Totally different trade. So keep in mind with those expirations there, what you're looking for during that volatility in the market we've been seeing there. There she goes, breaking above 161 again. Nice setup there. Microsoft 244.14. I'm waiting to make a Microsoft trade here. Now, I mean, just look at that. Now, we were in the green on that. Even after those couple nasty days of selling pressure, we're back in the green on JP Morgan. Still continuing to break higher. Now up 0.3%, up $22.44 overall. Today alone up $6.75. So really important to follow that trade plan and understand why you're getting the expirations we're getting.
Coming up, natural gas storage.
ExxonMobil breaking out here, guys. Another big breakout on ExxonMobil, nearing $60.30 a share on XOM. ExxonMobil 60.30. Having a nice climb there on ExxonMobil, nearing the highs of the day here from that 10-14 candle. Like the looks of this. Let's see what else we got moving. Delta's still climbing. Delta's nearing 44.20 a share. Bank of America's going for that 42. Shepard just announced, he goes, Dave, that's why I'm here with you, to keep me level-headed. I appreciate that, Shepard. And let me just make one thing clear as well. You know, if we aren't live in the afternoon at 2:30, let's say we go live at 3:15, it's because there's choppiness in the market. I don't want to go live and, you know, force a trade or force a setup there. You know, that's really important. During choppiness, volatility in the market, you know, stay level-headed. Look at your trades. Ask yourself, do you have at least 30 days until Expo? If the answer is yes, then you're looking to add on that confirmed bounce off of support. If you have less than 30 days, well, then you got to be deciding if you're going to get out of that trade. Guys, there goes ExxonMobil again, breaking out 60.32. Stocks up about 30 cents for the day, up 0.5% for the day now on ExxonMobil. I will always do my best to help guide you guys, but emotions have got to be controlled. That's the reason why 95% of traders fail at trading. You got to control those emotions. You got a trade plan. You got to ask yourself questions. Also, take a look at the videos. I've noticed many times the people that can't control their emotions, they're the ones not watching those videos, not attending class. Keep an eye on those videos. Keep an eye on the trade plan and the economy and those expiration dates. ExxonMobil still climbing here, looking pretty good. AIG's having a climb of 2% today. Look at AIG once again. We've been talking about AIG. I really think we're going to see 60 bucks a share on AIG. That tested that 50 support area pretty well. Held. It's getting that confirmed climb today. ExxonMobil still climbing 60.34 a share. Let's see what else we have moving here. Facebook nearing 308. Intel up about 1.29%. Microsoft shares up 2.33%. Let's take a look at it today, 1 minute on Microsoft, because definitely want to think about making a trade on Microsoft. But notice how Microsoft, you know, at that 1013, 1014 candle, it's been getting up to that 245 resistance, failing to break above it here. So me personally, if I'm looking for a trade on Microsoft, well, if it's failing at resistance at 245, why would I jump into it right now? You know, you want to watch that winning team get to the playoffs before you know, go behind them. You know, so if it breaks that 245, that's where it's got some momentum and might start to run higher again to that next resistance. and that would be my possible entry with a break above 245. So keep an eye on that. Notice how it's going back, that resistance all the way back here to, January and February of 2021 here. So that area of consolidation, you saw that resistance right around that 245, 246. So it's testing that area right now, and it's failing to break above it as of right now. So we'll keep an eye on it. ExxonMobil still continuing to run higher here, 60.33 a share. Stock now up about 30 cents for the day, nearing new highs for the day here from that 1014 candle. Now, if we take a look at our JP Morgan trade, remember that JPM trade we were talking about before that was in the red overall? Well, we were up 0.3%, 22 bucks. Now, if you take a look at it now, take a look what we're at on it now. We're now up $147 overall, back up over 2% for that. There goes ExxonMobil again breaking higher there. All right, so here's JP Morgan. We're now up $800 for the day, up 147.44 overall, back up 2% overall on JP Morgan, even after those big 3 days of selling pressure there. That's what's really important. It's about following that trade plan and understanding why you're getting the expirations we have. We didn't go with the June of 2021 expo. We went with the June 2022 expiration because we wanted to give that enough time to have that move. They were talking about raising interest rates in December. If they raise interest rates in December, obviously the banks are going to have higher profit margins. If the banks have higher profit margins, that means they're going to record profits on their balance sheet when they report their earnings. If they beat estimates, that's going to cause the stock to rise. So you have to understand the whole impact of the economy and what's going on. The Fed Reserve, they're talking about raising interest rates in December. If they do that, financials are going to continue to climb as their profit margins continue to rise. They're able to charge more than for those loans that you're getting on your cars, on your mortgages, personal loans. So those profit margins are going to continue to increase, and that's why we got that June of 2022 expiration instead of this year, because that catalyst in December is going to be the rising interest rates, and once they rise, financials are going to continue to climb as well. There goes ExxonMobil, guys, again, 60.40 a share, up 35 cents for the day, 0.6% overall there. A nice continued climb. Our FedEx trade's having a big move today. We're up $800 on FedEx today, $800 on JP Morgan. GE's up about 140, Disney's up 200, Embraer's up 200, CCL's up 525 bucks. The other CCL's up 62. Let's take a look at Uber, what Uber's doing here. UBER. Lyft had an upgrade the other day. Uber's climbing up 5% today. Uber has nice support at that 45. Now, here's a nice little hook pattern possibly on Uber that you guys could take advantage of. That's not too bad. Coffee gave me heartburn this morning. Gotta take a Pepsid. Penn National Gaming shares are trading higher amid renewed strength in reopening names. Natural gas spikes to session high at $2.99.8 following lower than expected build in natural gas inventories for last week. Richmond Fed President Barkin says strong demand will continue through 2021 into 2022, supported by new business spending. Let's see, Quantum says AMC. Let's take a look at AMC. AMC shares are up around 14.39%, continuing to climb there. AMC at $11.82 a share. That's a nice breakout on AMC. You got some resistance right around that 1250. She breaks that 1250. you could be targeting that 15 bucks. Now, if you're looking at an out of the money vertical spread here, something that's you know, a little bit higher risk, higher reward setup here, we can take a look at AMC, and we can look at the June 18th. We can look at buy to open, sell to open, a vertical call spread here. If you wanted to target that 14, this is what I'd be doing here. Let's see, June 18th, and we could target that 14-15 vertical spread there. Obviously, this is not right. Buy to open, sell to open. 16 cents to be worth $1. So you can pick that up for 17 cents. The max that could be worth here is the difference between these two strikes. So if you picked up this vertical spread, the reason why you'd be getting that is because that next resistance is right around 15. If it breaks that 1250, that's what's really important here. It needs to break that 1250. If it doesn't break that 1250, that's why it's considered a higher risk setup. You know, because you're going out of the money. You're looking for that R2 area. Resistance 1, R1 is at 1250. R2, resistance 2, and these are going to be your target profit areas. So R1 would be your target 1 area for a shorter term expo, less than 30 days out till expo. R2 is going to be your target profit area, anything longer than 30 days out till expo. So if you look at that June 18th expo there, 14-15 vertical spread, it's going for 13 cents to be worth $1. You know, $1, divide that by 0.13, that's a max net return there of 669%. So you can make a 669% gain on this trade if you see AMC continue to break out like it is right now. It's going for 12 cents midpoint. That's a nice high risk, high reward setup on AMC that's being fueled by probably that Wall Street Bets group here. So that's definitely one you guys could keep a look at and target that AMC for that $15 from now until June Expo. And remember, once economy starts opening up, they're talking about taking away that mask mandate right now. So this is a 669% gain if AMC gets to 15 bucks or higher from now until June 18th Expo. So let's say you buy 1,000, or let's say you buy 100 contracts. 100 contracts times, you know, that, what was it at there? 13 cents, 16 cents. So 100 contracts times 16 cents there, that's going to be 1,600 bucks for you. That 1,600 could be worth $10,000 there if AMC gets to $15 or higher. So, you know, you got to decide. And AMC's still running, guys. A big breakout on AMC. There she goes, up 18%, continuing higher. If you picked up that vertical spread there, you already made a pretty decent gain of about 20% on that trade. So this is a nice setup here. As a matter of fact, I think I might make a higher risk trade setup here on AMC. I love that breakout going into the summertime here. I'm going to make a trade on it. I'm going to pick up, let's see if I could do 100 contracts. There's plenty of volume, open interest. That's what you're looking at over on the side here. I'm getting my order entry ready here for AMC. Let's take a look here. Vertical call spread. The June 18th, 2021. The 14-15 vertical spread there is going for about 17 cents. Net debit order 0.17. I'm going to do it up to 0.18 because it might not fill there. 100 contracts. That'd be plenty there. Preview order, $1,900, $2 trade. Place order. Let's see if we can get filled here. View order. It's an open order. So here is the order right here. As you guys could see, the order is in. It's an open order right here. I'm just waiting for that to get filled. We'll see if it gets filled. Let me refresh it there. Still an open order there. I'm probably going to have to bump it up to 20 cents, but AMC is getting a big pop there. Shares up, you know, $2 here. If it has another day like today, that's going to be easy, easy money, guys. Easy money. And it's better off. See how that 12 strikes going for 254? Well, your break even is going to be 15 bucks if you just pick up that call. That's why it's much better going with that vertical spread for 19 cents to be worth $1 there. So let me put this in. I'm going to try to get it filled for 0.20. We'll see if I can get that filled for 0.20 there. View order. Yep, still an open order. She's not executing there at even 20 cents. Alrighty, guys. I put in the order for 21 cents, and it just got filled. So, Efren, if you want to go and put that on the website there, let me share this with you here. Let me just see. It did a partial order. There we go. Fully executed now at 21 cents. Here is the order. Let me clear this out so you guys don't see all that garbage. So here was the order. AMC, vertical spread. I have to get to the trade room here and post this. That's going to be a really nice setup there. I got 100 contracts. That should be a decent trade if we get another 20% pop in that stock there. So I only got 100 contracts. It's a $2,100 trade. That's in the main account there. I like that going forward from now until that June 18th expo. And the catalyst behind that is increased volume. We're in breakout momentum. We have resistance at 1250. If we break that 1250, there's no question in my mind we're going to be heading for that $15 target profit area. So really like that setup there on AMC, and I think we're going to see some nice profits on that. We paid 21 cents for it to be worth $1. 1 divide that by 0.21. So max net gain on that is going to be a 376% gain. Alrighty, we got that trade in. That's good to go. I like that setup there.
EDU, New Oriental Education, June $15 call sweep now, 1,300 contracts on that. Echo Delta Uniform, EDU. resulted on a circuit breaker again, Michael Tango Romeo. Ed Barkin says infrastructure program would be important for U.S. but worried it could stretch available workers in key trades. Says any infrastructure bill would need to be matched with measures to fill needed workforce.
Let's go down that watch list again now. Just got that set up. Let's go down the watch list here on 3-month daily, see what's going on here before we get off our morning live stream. Facebook's still looking pretty good there, holding that 300 support. If that breaks out tomorrow, probably going to be look to day trading that. Let's see. Baba's still continuing to pull back from this morning's disappointing earning numbers. Google just got a contract from Elon Musk and Starship. Disney is holding above that 180, and remember, Disney has earnings after the bell today. I was thinking about doing, so you guys know my special types of iron condors that I use for earnings. I was thinking about doing that with Disney. I'm thinking about talking to you guys about that after, obviously in this afternoon session here, and looking at some good earnings trades that we could do with Disney. I like doing those special condors with Disney. Let's see. Josh Foster said AMC buy 14, sell 15. See there, limit of 16 cents. So you put in a limit order of 16 cents. It's got a midpoint of 18, ask of 28, and a bid of 8. So a big difference there. I paid 21 cents, Josh, so 16 cents might be a little bit low for you there. AMC still above 12 bucks a share, so that's probably why you're not filling. See how it says the midpoint 18 cents? That would be my starting point right there, is 18 cents. Yep, start at the midpoint, move higher a little bit. I mean, look at the discrepancy there between the bid and the ask. 8 cents versus 28 cents. Big difference there. Now, if you put in 28 cents, you're screwed on that trade. Never, ever put in a market order on a vertical spread. You put in a market order on a vertical spread, that's it, then, it's not going to work out for you, trust me. You would definitely need a class if you've been putting in some market orders. That's rule number 1 of trading. Never put in a market order. Now, there's a few exceptions. If you're trading SPY, Diamond Qs, and you got a tight bid and ask here, like take a look here. So if you're looking at the screen here and you're taking a look at, here's the bid and here's the ask, 11 cents by 26 cents. Well, damn, that's over 100% difference from 11 cents to 26 cents. If you put in a market order, it's going to fill you at the highest end possible because the market makers then are going to profit that difference. That's who that money goes to if you do a market order. It goes right to the market makers there that are placing the trades. So don't do a market order. You do that, you're screwed on the trade. So there goes, she's breaking out again, 2012 a share, continuing higher there. ExxonMobil starting to climb. Ford's climbing up nicely, up over 2.29% on Ford. Bank of America's breaking out. American Steel, U.S. Steel here, GE's climbing nicely, up over 1% today. Palantir's climbing nicely. But anyway, getting back to this here, the bid and the ask. You got a big discrepancy between the bid and the ask there, so make sure you're keeping an eye on that. So if you wanted to do a net debit, you start at the midpoint. Midpoint's at 20 cents. You put in 0.2. You submit the order. You see if you get filled. If not, then change the order to 21 cents. But if you put in a market order here, that's going to fill you at 28 cents or even higher. And that's a big difference there if you get filled at a market price compared to the midpoint. 19 cents versus 30 cents. Let's see. 0.3, divide that by 0.19. That's a 58% difference there. So you need to just to make up for what you paid for it, you need an increase in 58%. So trust me, go with those limit orders. It's going to be much better for you. Nice climb there though on AMC. Oh, what I was talking about here was SPY. So take a look at SPY now. If you take a look at SPY, look at the difference here between the bid and the ask here. $8.95 versus $8.96. They're literally a penny or two difference. So that's something you could do a market order on, but I want to do market orders on anything else. If you got a tight bid like 1022 by 1023, that's a penny, 2 penny difference there. That's okay to do that. But when you see a difference of, let's see AMC here, when you got a bid of 211 by 224, that's a big difference. You definitely got to keep an eye on that.
Alina Pharmaceuticals spiking to the highs now $1.21 after the November alpha.
Let's see, the Dow is now up 498 points, Nasdaq's up 183, and SPY, S&P 500's up about 60 points on the day. Let's see, JP Morgan still breaking out 160, 150. Let's see what the heck our JP Morgan trade's doing. I haven't looked at the main account here yet since we last looked at it. ExxonMobil's breaking out nicely. Got a nice gain on our JP Morgan trade now. Let's take a look at that. So our JP Morgan trade, last time we took a look at it, we were up 1.97%, up $147.44 overall, up $800 for the day. Now if we take a look at it, we're in a different ball game now. We got a nice climb, up $925 on the day on our JP Morgan June 17, 2022 Expo for 165 strike, up $272.44 overall on that trade. Up 3.63% overall on that trade. So really nice climb there on JP Morgan. That's continuing higher. I like that setup on JPM. Beautiful setup on JPM as she continues higher there. That's what I mean about controlling emotions, especially in the trade room there. Let's see, our stop on the AMC trade, that is going to be 3-month daily chart here. $11 or 50% max. That'd be a perfect setup there for that AMC. Bank of America still climbing, breaking above $42 now. see Delta above 44. Tesla shares down over 6% now for the day. ExxonMobil starting to climb there a little bit too, back above 60.20. Let's see. Tesla continuing to pull back. AIG is still going strong there. Caterpillar still on the climb. I might look at a Caterpillar trade in the afternoon. I might look at a Microsoft and Lowe's. So in the afternoon, I'm going to be looking at MSFT, LOW. I'll be looking at CAT. And then I might be looking to add to either our FedEx or a JP Morgan trade. I think they're going to continue to climb there. Facebook's nearing 309, continuing to break above 308. Microsoft is still looking good there, almost at the highs of the day. I like that setup on Microsoft. That's something I think we could do an overnight trade on. I think we're going to have some really, with this volatility we've been seeing, I think we're going to see some really good day trades tomorrow. FedEx, look at the climb on FedEx today. Up over $7 today on FedEx, right back up to that 10. You know, not too far off the highs this morning of around 10:06 a.m. That was a nice breakout there. Let's see here, Bank of America. Embraer's looking great. Bookings continuing to climb. Airbnb earnings after the bell. Remember the earnings after the bell today, guys. We got to keep an eye on those. Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for us this morning. I will see you guys live again at 2:30. We'll be live around 2:30. I'll send out the app alert as soon as we're live. And we are continuing to look good here, guys. Market's climbing. Dow's up 528 points. Nasdaq's up 177. And the S&P's up a little over 60 points here. So great job today, guys. We remain disciplined, patient. We're watching our trades take off now and continue to climb. And we'll check out earnings after the bell. And we'll see if we could do a couple possible earning trades in the afternoon session here. So I'll send out the app alert as soon as we're live and the text alert. And I will see you guys in the afternoon. We'll be in the trade room for now. If anyone needs anything, please shoot us a message. If you guys want to join us, you guys could go to breakingchartalerts.com. Go to the website, breakingchartalerts.com. Join now, membership pricing plans, and you guys could go down here. If you want to save on the Elite Pro Trader, you guys could use promo code CHALLENGE. We just opened that up because our trading challenge is starting on the 17th. Promo code challenge is going to save you 30%. If you click sign up using that challenge code, it's going to be $1,750 for the yearly membership, and that'll give you access to everything, including our beginner, intermediate, advanced classes, our morning and afternoon live trading, our text alerts, our app alerts, and everything else that's included with the other memberships. If you want a monthly membership, you could go with the trader membership. You'll get the app, and you'll get the email alerts, no text messages. Pro Trader, you'll get the text messages, and you'll get the beginner, intermediate classes, and then you guys can see our features down below here. So if you guys want to get signed up, sign up now. And then if you want to check out our trades, you go to trades and go down to trade alerts, and you can check out the analysis and everything we have on all of our trades. Hope everyone has a great day. I'll see you in the afternoon, and we'll be in the trade room from now on. Alrighty, guys, take care and have a great day.